what would you say if you're the GM? Again, let's put this on. And there's a position that needs to be addressed in the first 3 picks because it always gets weird. But 3 picks in the first 3 picks, you're guaranteed one of these positions has to be addressed. What comes to the forefront of your mind?
See, people. All right, don't be mad at me.
Oh,
I want the safety. So I want a safe. I want the safety. So what that means is if I'm the GM, I'm trading some of these 9 picks up to move a little bit closer to that mid tier of that second round, so I can grab my man Jalen Petra out of Oregon.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
out of Baylor.
He's fun. Baylor. Yeah, the uniforms look exactly the same.
They do,
Baylor
and it gets me confused like all
totally
the time.
Copied
stupid greens.
I like
but
Petrie.
No, I like Petrie. I think he can play. So the reason why first of all, I like Jaquan Brisker out of Penn State. I feel like he is something that we just haven't had on this team in a long time. But the thing I like about Petrie is the fact that he's versatile. And so it's something about Kyle Shanahan and versatility. Like, remember how Jimmy Ward was, what we thought he was when we first drafted him? He was a ball hawk and safety. Remember we drafted him? And then he had to get switched to cornerback. And then he got switched to playing in the slot. And then he got switched to play. And so, like, and then his body couldn't keep up with him, right? He kept getting injured. Well, Petrie is the same almost style. He can play in the box. He can play deep. He can play corner. He can play in the slot. You can move him around. And so I think that would be a piece that I would trade up to go get. I think they need the safety. I know we need to address other issues, but we don't have a safety. We have offensive linemen. We have guys that started. We don't have a safety. I'm not putting Tarvarius Moore as much as I love him. I don't think he's ready coming off of that Achilles injury to be the starting safety.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. I like Hufanga more than most.
I love Hufanga,
but still, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm not comfortable with Hufanga and Moore rotating that second spot. And people want to say Odom, the new guy that we brought in from the Colts, he's awesome. When they interviewed him, he said in his interview, "Oh, they brought me in as a special teamer and to provide safety depth. Like we're paying you money, you're not starting. Like, injuries for sure." And that's what he was in Indianapolis as well. I think Hufanga's instincts are incredible. He reminds me of Zach Thomas.
Facts.
You remember Zach Thomas?
Absolutely.
The problem is instinctual. Speed is more of an issue at safety than linebacker.
Right.
And so I don't know. I believe in Hufanga, the person, the player, the instincts, the explosives that he puts out there, the lack of missed tackles. But at some point, man, John Chapman didn't play in the NFL for a reason.
Speed.
It's speed, man. That's it.
It's hard. It's hard to teach it, right? Like, it's something you have, and then you continue to work on it to keep it up, right? I don't think Hufanga will ever have speed. What I do love about him, though, is his instincts.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I don't remember Troy Powell. I don't always like to compare him to Troy, but I feel like he can be a weird.
Yeah.
All around, move me. I got instincts, yo. I'm about to start. They're gonna do this. I would love to see him just play instinctual football and then supply him with whatever else we need out there. But on special teams, he's a freaking diamond. Okay.
Right. And so, I'll add this too. Like, Hufanga is the best special teams player, and he could be that third safety in the dime package. That's his ideal role. So you bring him in and you let him play close to the line of scrimmage, you're gonna love it. You know,
that's funny. It's funny that you said that, because you guess what? You want to know how I feel about Tarvarius Moore? The same exact way.
But he should be back. He should be back.
Right. But my thing is, excellent special team gunner, right? Then you put him in dime, he plays it perfectly. He has interceptions. But when you put him as the deep safety, or if you put him in, like, I don't think it all clicks. Yeah. It's not coming to him, like the game plan. Like, he's not understanding the concept of plays. Hey, I had an interview with Adrian Colbert, yo, and he was on the show. Colbert. The thing I loved about him was his honesty, yo. Like, he came out and straight up said, yo, like, football is not all instincts. Like, you got to learn the X's and O's. And he said he struggled with it. And I was like, oh, snap. And so, like, just being in the right spots, knowing where to be, that's when you can rely on your instincts. But you got to know when when people go in motion and this, that, and the third, and which part of the field to play and cover. Like, he really broke it down in a different light for people to listen to. And I thought that was spot on. And kudos to Adrian, the Punisher Colbert.
Man, I remember watching him in high school. He committed to the University of Texas. I'm a Longhorn, so like I knew all about him coming out of high school. I watched all of his film and all those things, and he struggled. You know, he was a raw athlete, which is why he got drafted. But he transferred to Miami because, just like you said, he showed up being the best athlete, and I think that's a problem for a lot of people. But again, you look at kind of this team, the 49ers team, and I wasn't planning on talking about this. But I think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have developed one of the cleanest meritocracies, for lack of a better word,
Great word.
on building their roster. Emmanuel Sanders, undrafted free agent. Aziz, undrafted free agent. You look at Charvarius Ward. He was an undrafted free agent, right? Like, you have all these guys, Daniel Brunskill. You can go on and on and on. If you can play, you belong. And so your pedigree, your traits, and all those things, they might get you drafted. They don't get you paid long term. You got to be hungry and you got to fight for it. You know what I mean? And so I think, guys like Hufanga, who, even though he's drafted in the 5th round, again, he's back in traits wise. Guys that want it, guys that want to fight, and like it's people I want to go to war with. You know what I mean? Like I like it's easy to feel some pride as a 49ers fan with the type of roster they keep building.
Wow, that was spot on, man. You could write a nice little piece on that. That was perfect.
I appreciate that, man. Just want to say thanks for watching and supporting the 49ers Rush podcast channel. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so in the middle of the screen now. And here are a few extra videos if you want to check that out for some more 49ers content. Just want to say thank you. And as always, stay strong, faithful.